What's up everybody, D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla King of the Monsters news and updates. Chapter times in the description below. As always, feel free to check out whichever story you want. Also, I want to preface this video by saying I'm going to sound a little bit down today. I'm not actually sad or anything. I'm actually really excited about all this news. I don't feel good. I'm sick. So it is what it is, but hey, I'm always trying to look out for you guys. I'm always trying to make videos with you. We're going to jump into this with some art here that comes from someone whose name I can't pronounce as usual. This guy is Warkicked Chasanachoti. That's as good as we're gonna get. It's a really awesome picture of King Ghidorah that he drew. King Ghidorah standing over a city. Looks awesome. I love the colors here. I love the silhouette. That's really cool. Next up, Michael Dougherty wished fans of Godzilla a Merry Christmas this Christmas. It was pretty cool. It's a little Godzilla light up like a Christmas tree gif. It's yeah, that's really cool. It was all over Twitter. A gigantic shape was spotted falling from the sky in California, as revealed to us by Monarch. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Maybe Ghidorah, maybe Rodan, maybe Gamera. Who knows? The sky in Mexico turned orange as a mysterious cloud was spotted. This is the potential aftermath of a Titan incident, according to Monarch. The last one here, this one it blew up. I even tweeted about this live when it was happening because it's kind of crazy. So the authorities are reporting to us that 2 days ago in New York, a transformer exploded. Right, yeah, a transformer exploded and the entire city turned blue. Power was knocked out in certain areas and the sky lit up blue. Yeah, sure, a transformer did it, huh? Right? It blew up, right? It was just a mistake? No, we know what's happening, or at least some of us do. See, Godzilla fans, and this has even been reported on by Monarch, sort of, they've hinted at it, and comicbookmovies.com. They're under the false impression here. Monarch, I'll set you straight. It was not Godzilla in New York that night. It may seem like it was, right? You see a big blue light on the ground and the sky turns blue. You think, oh yeah, Godzilla's on the ground firing his atomic breath up into the sky. It makes sense, sure. But we'd see the beam, so it can't be Godzilla. It just can't. We would see the beam. So what else is it? We have to think. But no, people can't think. They're dead set on it, right? It is Godzilla. It's the only way. It's the only way. To which all I have to say is, Arokumono Mosuru desu. Clearly, it's in the sky, right? That's where the light's coming from. It's just shining through the clouds onto the ground. We'd see the beam if it was Godzilla. Think, use your head. This even blew up to the point where Boss Logic, who's an artist, question mark? I don't know. I actually don't know who Boss Logic is, but he's pretty popular on Twitter, I guess. He's verified, and Michael Dougherty and Jordan Vogt Roberts follow the guy, so probably pretty popular. This guy tweeted about him making the joke. He's like, the new advertisement campaign for Godzilla looks amazing. The new SH Monstars King Ghidorah has a full reveal. It's freaking awesome, dude. We got loads of new images coming out from Tamashii Nations. So good. This is so good. This figure looks incredible. He is reportedly 9.8 inches tall. That's nearly 10 inches tall, if you didn't know the math. And he is 23.6 inches wide. That's huge. This guy is going to be massive. I cannot wait to get my hands on this figure. He's got the wings curved, meaning in the movie they're going to be like even longer proportionally. It looks so good. Doesn't look like we're going to have a heck of a lot of posability with him in terms of the wings, because you can, you know, otherwise they'd snap. But from what we're seeing here, it looks awesome. You got the tails, they look great. The tails can be posed in all sorts of different ways. It looks like the heads can do all sorts of different things because the necks are so long. Maybe they'll have a flight stand with him because they have him flying here. I don't think they're actually going to sell him with a flight stand, which is disappointing. But, you know, you can probably just use your old one if you have one, or make your own or something, buy a new one, I don't know. But yeah, the flight pose looks awesome. The standing up looks great. It doesn't look like he necessarily needs the support for the wings to help him stand up. It doesn't look like he needs those to support the wings, but it looks like they're probably going to be good to have. They'll definitely sell as an accessory with the figure. How much will he be? Everyone's asking. Well, he was supposedly around $250 until he became a wide-scale release. That was when he was web exclusive. I don't know if this is actually true or just rumored. Point is, price has dropped Currently, he's sitting somewhere around $179 to $166. Some places, such as Toho Kingdom, have reported that he'll be $179. Other places have reported that he's $166. Either way, he's still over $150, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, I can't do that. That's way too expensive. And I don't blame you. It really is a lot of money. That's insane. But I think if you're gonna collect SHMA and you're upset about the price, I think, you know what, this looks pretty good. This looks like we're gonna be paying for what we get. It's a huge figure. You got to think how much time and money goes into producing these guys. I think it'll probably be worth it. But for other general collectors, I don't blame you at all. 166 to 179, that is quite a lot of money. If you're a hardcore SHMA collector, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. It's not that much more than we anticipated. I actually thought it was going to be $200 to $300, so I kind of feel like it's not that bad. And same thing goes with Godzilla, who we have new pictures of. They look great. We have seen these before on some leaked pictures from Tokyo Comic Con, and you know, it's nothing we haven't seen before with the figure, but these new pictures show off the sleek new design of Godzilla 2019, which for whatever reason the trailer doesn't show that off, but he does look very thin in the figures. He looks really cool. Love the dorsal fins, love the tail. It looks great. It does show, one of these pictures shows him firing an atomic breath into the sky. That is the atomic breath that came with Godzilla 2014 Spitfire. However, don't expect that to come with this figure. It seems like that's just for the marketing. I'm not anticipating us getting that at all. In fact, that they did a CG render of it too, a computer generated one. Yeah, I would not expect to get this atomic breath effect with the figure. That's just not going to happen. They would have let us know. How much is this guy going to be? He's supposedly $65 to $79.99, so that's kind of a big range. I'd assume he's going to be closer to 65 than 80, which is funny because initially I thought he was going to be $115, but he is certainly a lot less than that. That's a fairly good price range. I'd say that's actually a great price range for an SH Monster Arts figure. There's been cool comparisons that people have been doing lately, showing off Godzilla and King Ghidorah, the 2019 version where King Ghidorah's wrapped his heads around Godzilla to emulate the poster, and then they compare it to the 91 version of the figures, showing off the same scenario, which is representative of the Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah 90s poster. So that's really cool. I love the comparison here. It looks great. The new figures' heads are obviously a lot longer than the old figures' heads because they can wrap all the way around Godzilla. You know, looking at these, I still like the Toho Godzilla design way more. That's Godzilla to me. The 2014/19 Godzilla will always be the American Godzilla. That Godzilla, the 91 Godzilla, will always just be Godzilla. Ghidorah, on the other hand, I love both designs. They're both incredible. Not to say that I don't like the 2014-19 Godzilla design, just I don't like it as much. Ghidorah, though, he looks great in both. He does. All right, let's get into the big story of this episode. This is the one that a lot of people are excited for. No, it's not. I forgot. We got Empire Magazine first. There's nothing really big to talk about with Empire Magazine. We'll get to Cinema Today in a second. That's the one that people are excited for. Empire Magazine, basically all we learned is that Godzilla King of the Monsters will retain the same grim/serious tone as Godzilla 2014. I love that. I was worried that we were going in a much campier, sillier direction with the Monsterverse, but Michael Dougherty does confirm that we will be sticking with the serious tone of Godzilla 2014. I love that. He also says the movie will be grounded in the reality of the Monsterverse, so don't expect any sort of silly monster dances in this movie. The kaiju also are confirmed to not be animals or monsters, or at least they're not going to be presented that way. Obviously, they are technically both. They are animals and monsters, but he's saying that they won't be presented in that light. They will be presented as gods, and I love it. He expands upon that in the Cinema Today interview, which is what we'll talk about right now. So Cinema Today did an interview with Michael Dougherty. I believe it's some Japanese news outlet. What they have reported on is a Michael Dougherty interview in which he states that Mothra and man can coexist, meaning that kaiju and man can coexist. The idea here is that in previous movies, Mothra has always been shown as a link between man and beast, and in the new movies, Mothra will serve as that same bridge between humanity and the Titans, which is really cool. Of course, we know Mothra will be a pretty docile Titan, or kaiju, depending on what you want to say. I say kaiju. We also learned that the monsters will have actual emotions, thoughts, intelligence, and feelings that are separate from one another in this new movie. He cited the kaiju talk between Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla from Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster as direct inspiration for the personalities that the monsters will have, or for the idea of giving the monsters separate personalities and motivations, which is really cool. Assuming they're going to present it in a serious light, it could be awesome. It could be really awesome to see all these monsters with their own motivations and everything like that. Michael Dougherty continues to to hint about Mothra, stating that the Mothra Temple end song will return from previous movies. That's exciting. Of course, we knew that Mothra's song was going to be in the movie, and the Mothra Temple, we've already seen it, so it's not that big of groundbreaking news, but it's cool to hear him hint about it, those things returning. Also, it's important to note that Ifukube, I just thought of this, like right now, it's Ifukube's Mothra theme that will be returning. What song is that? It's Sacred Spring, so don't actually expect to hear the Mothra theme song. Otherwise, we would have heard that that composer is going to be involved in the movie as well. If you look at the sheet music for the movie, they listed Bear McCreary and Ifukube as who they were taking the scores from, not our composer for Mothra, which was a different person. The original composer for Mothra was Yuji Koseki, something like that, not Ifukube, so I do think Sacred Springs is confirmed as of now, according to me, to be the Mothra song that we will get in King of the Monsters, which I'm excited for. I like that one better than the normal Mothra song. Michael Dougherty goes on to say that the Oxygen Destroyer will be a, quote, key item to the story. This is not a cameo, end quote, which is really interesting. I would have thought that it seriously would have just been like, hey, look, Serizawa built this device, we'll use it in the next one. But no, it probably will detonate it in this movie. I'm not sure what relevance it'll have. Maybe somehow it'll supercharge Godzilla in one way or another. Maybe burning Godzilla, if he is going to be in the movie, at the end of the movie will be transformed back from burning Godzilla by the use of the Oxygen Destroyer. I've thrown that theory out there before. If the Oxygen Destroyer is in the movie, I'm going to say Serizawa's dead, because what is the Oxygen Destroyer in the original movie linked to? It's linked to Serizawa and Godzilla's death. I would assume that the Oxygen Destroyer will be used in this movie in some sort of noble sacrifice way, just like it was in the 54 film, so rest in peace, Serizawa. He then goes on to say that new weapons created by humanity will also be revealed in the film, not just the Oxygen Destroyer. He states this just after talking about a Toho invention returning. I think what he's hinting at here is the Super X, which we may have seen in the Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer 2 and trailer 1. I think that big plane is the Super X. That's probably what he's talking about. Hopefully there's 3 of them so that we can have the Super X 1, 2, and 3. That'd be awesome. Then Michael Dougherty confirms that the other kaiju, the other titans popping up all over the world, will be popping up in familiar locations for kaiju fans. I'd assume what he's talking about here is like very important, noticeable landmarks that we have probably seen in the Godzilla franchise before in movies such as Destroy All Monsters and Final Wars. That'd be my guess, which is really awesome. I hope they do what Shin Godzilla did, and if there's any destruction happening in Japan, maybe it can happen in those same iconic locations as the 54 destruction happened. That's how Shin Godzilla did it, and it was awesome there. It was really cool to see that. Maybe Godzilla King of the Monsters can do the same. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. D-Man, out.